We were sitting over here an hour laughing.
Our face, like my cheeks hurt.
I love our little group, and I'm so excited. We've been together now for what, 6 months?
It feels like forever.
It feels like years.
Marcus hired me to
a birthday party.
Oh, nice. Okay. Like here in Charlotte, and Charlotte proper specifically, it's such a melting pot.
Fun, entertainment. I mean, this city has so much to offer now.
Well, first of all, success is traumatic for entrepreneurs.
I think collectively, like being successful sometimes can be a lonely road too.
I speak about that collaboration. Like, we don't like to see others succeed, but we love when they fail.
Yeah.
You start to notice right away, and it's not you're not doing this on purpose. You're just being you, but you start to notice right away when you got people that say, he's got something that I want, and I don't know what, and they start to tear you down.
I think it's just the barriers that a lot of people put in place, and it really is their downfall. It's like that fixed mindset. They're just always in competition, always wanting to just have what their neighbor has, keeping up with the Joneses. Just worry about it. It is.
Hey, welcome to another episode of I Am CEO Podcast, and
We are the Queen City Connection.
so this is a special episode that we are doing with the Queen City Connection, and I'm your boy Chef Ken.
I'm Tiffany Moten.
Joy Farley.
Mr. Marcus.
And we are the Queen City Connection.
Two queens and one king.
Two queens and two kings.
Marcus is just alone.
At all. I'm like, Marcus, do we have a last name?
Mr. Marcus.
Like, this is the first name, Marcus the last. I was like, no last name.
No last name.
Like,
No last name.
Just no last name. It's just Marcus. It's just Mr. Marcus.
So the crazy thing is, what I love about doing collaborations is that proximity to power and connection and influence. And everybody here has their own influence, their own circle, their own network. But I love when we can all come together. So today, we're just going to talk about the power and the proximity of having influence in the Queen City and what that means. So Tiffany is going to be our moderator / whip cracker.
That's right.
Keeping us on track
together.
Keep us together. Bring us
together,
back
girl.
down when we're too high.
So I'll let you kind of start with how this all came about, and then we'll kind of just feed off you.
Absolutely. So what I love about our group is, Joy and I actually just met last year, and Marcus and I have known each other for several years now. We've done a couple transactions together, all real estate brokers. And we had talked about doing like a podcast or some type of film series, and you actually reached out. You put this whole thing together. So
I put it together.
I was like, kudos to you for getting us outside. Right? Thank you for that.
Yeah, it was, well, number one, I've known Joy for years. I've known Tiffany for years. We all got some really big, goofy personalities. We do. And I had this idea. I'm like, what if we put all of our connections together, all of our personalities together? Number one thing, I got to say this real quick. These two ladies are they're awesome. I mean, just character-wise.
Thank you.
Energy is incredible. And those are the kind of people that I want to be around. Give me my money.
So let's go ahead. Let's cheers while we do that.
Let's cheers. Yes.
Let's cheers while we do
Cheers for that. Cheers. Okay.
But yeah, they like I said, incredible ladies. People love them. I love them. But again, all of us coming together, man, it's just so much good energy, and we have fun together. So we get to go explore our city. We all have very different backgrounds on how we got here, but we got similarities on what we experienced when we got here as well. So.
And what I love about it is, even before the camera started, we were sitting over here an hour laughing
Our
nonstop.
face, like my cheeks hurt.
And I have tears coming down my eyes.
Joy is like the one that she throws it back at you. And Marcus is like the ad-lib laughter. Tiffany is like, oh my God.
Just extra.
And it
He's
just
laughing.
works. And it just works. So I love that. So in Charlotte, what do you guys feel like is one of the biggest things that is like key to connecting, and why is being in the right rooms? Why does that matter?
I think who you surround yourself with always matters.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's friendships, relationships, business connections. you could not even be in the room, and then when your name is spoken of in rooms that you're seated not in, that's where opportunities it's their way of manifesting. So I have found in my experience that, oh my gosh, like there's been rooms that I wasn't even in, and someone speaks highly of your name, whether it's oh my gosh, you've got to meet this person, or we were just talking about you. I think in my mind, I don't always think that people are thinking about me or talking about me, but people are thinking
we talk about
all of us.
And you can feel it. You can feel it. Like,
People are talking about all of us. And it's not just a business. Like, oh my gosh, you've got to know this person.
Yeah.
Or, I went to this place and it was so much fun, and you got to check it out, or whatever the case may be. But I think having good friendships, good connections in Charlotte open themselves to having just proximity to just making this city amazing. There's been times when, you go places and I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to meet this person. And the same reciprocal thing will happen for me. Oh my gosh, you got to meet Joy or whatever. And then it ends up being great business, great fun. I mean, some of my best friends have been people that were like, oh my gosh, I met you at a completely different event. I met you, got to get together. And then before you know it, you're doing business together, you're living life together. And that's what makes places, is the people.
And one of the things that I feel like when I got here in 2013, 14-ish, I met a gentleman by the name of Bob Marshall, who was over in the business department of Wells Fargo.
Okay.
Bob told me about a person that I need to meet who was having a golf tournament, and he had a weekend in the summertime that was like the place to be. It was Herb Gray. So then he took me to that event, and from that event, Herb put me on like this pedestal, because at that time I was the only other black private chef in Charlotte. So he started just introducing me to everybody. Hey, you should know, you should know. And then from there, those opportunities just kind of springed into more opportunities, and it was just a word of mouth at that point.
I love that. I mean, just to piggyback off what you both said, like what's amazing is obviously people are speaking about us when we're not in the rooms, events, it could be like a conference, network. It really doesn't matter what type of event, but I really love when people are connecting and they call you on FaceTime. Have you ever had that? They're like, look who I'm with. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I just had that happen at the Charlotte Ballet. They had a gala last year, and I represented the CFO for the ACC. And he was there, and he met one of my other clients who's in sports entertainment. And they had called me on FaceTime. I think I was at home and almost in bed in my PJs, but I still picked up. I'm like, oh, okay. So
the phone from the
What I think is really important, though, number one, I think that we all have is authenticity.
Yes.
That's what really, I think, opens the door for me and all of us as well. And people recognize that. You know? One of the things that I've always said is that, you can have a reputation is what people think you are. Character is who you are. Yeah. And I think that authenticity in our character, that gets us in the room. Yeah. And again, people kind of, they gravitate off that. They enjoy it, So I think that's really important to have.
I agree.
So that kind of brings me to like a key part of like the Queen City advantage. Like what does that mean in a sense? Like explain to me what you feel like the advantage of having these relationships in the Queen City.
Well, for me, I mean, we always talk about how our world is so small, right? Yes. Like, I mean, Charlotte technically is a bigger city. I mean, but when I look at not just Charlotte, but just the world itself, it seems so small. I know so many people that moved here that I went to college with in Ohio that were from my same town in Ohio. And I think the way we're able to leverage our networks in a way that's like authentic and unique is just being yourself and just showing up who you are. Like, you're a real estate broker, you're doing really well in the area, but you're still making yourself available to volunteer. You're still making yourself available to show up to events, be there as a friend, just always being available. And I feel like we do a really good job with that. Like, and I think that's why we get along so well. And the fact that when Marcus put us together, I'm like, thank you for getting us out there, because sometimes we can get into our own little worlds and our own little bubbles, and we just don't do the things that we should be doing. And I love our little group, and I'm so excited. We've been together now for what, 6 months?
It feels like forever.
It feels like years.
And here's how our ecosystem in Charlotte is so unique. Marcus hired me to do an event for
a birthday party.
Oh, nice. Okay. Like a birthday party.
It's a birthday party.
I like it.
Things are a lot different now, but it's a birthday party. But one of them, so I was looking for what I wanted to do during COVID, and how Kevin and I met was literally just kind of, because again, we weren't doing anything during COVID. I was bored, and I'm like, and one of the things I always enjoyed about Charlotte, or just when you go places, I'm not a club guy, but I really did enjoy having like the rooftop experience or the outdoor patio experience, and I wanted to bring that to a group of people that I cared about. And this man came in and he put it down.
I love that.
He did an awesome job. I mean, we had a bartender, we had Kev there, we had fire dancers. I mean, it was.
Where was
great.
I was like, did we not?
You were not in the house. I was outside.
We clearly were not invited.
I thought I was in
But again, the reason, I mean, because when you Google, all kind of people pop up or whatever, and but Kev, you were number 2 on the list. So you were my number 1. But again, when I went through his page, I mean, again, the energy.
Yes.
That's what I wanted. You know what I mean? I wanted somebody to come in and have fun with us, not just, be separate, like engage. And he definitely did.
He does. And then it kind of goes into our next topic, like building, like the influence, like just authentic influence and how we all do that so well. Yeah. And I think like for someone like myself who is not from Charlotte, I migrated here. And, one of the biggest things for me, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to know anyone. Like, how am I going to network? So it's really important to get out there, join network events, going out, meeting people, hosting dinners, hosting birthday parties outside. And so because that's who I am. Like, I love dogs. So I joined a dog group. I love art. So things like that. And I think we do that so well. And like Joy, she's one of my favorite, like I would say, online influencers.
Oh my goodness.
Like I just love how authentic she is. Like you know how let's talk a little bit about how you are online. Like
Joy walks in the room and she claims the room. Some
absolutely
people own the room, but she claims it like this was already prepared for me. I'm taking
yes, girl.
So
tell us a little bit about
here's
you.
what I find about influence. The term influencer has been thrown out like so much, and then before you know, it's like it's all just one big like messy little soup, and everyone's trying to fight for who's more influential and who can get people to do what they want, And I'm just finding over the years that I have never had like a strategy. I think people were, online. I just want to be me. I want to post what I want to post. I want to, I think us being in real estate, really up until maybe the past few months, I've never posted more about what I'm up to professionally. Because I've always said that real estate is the least interesting thing about me. Like, hey, I get to serve a lot of people in a lot of different capacities. I love what I do. I love who I get to serve, but that's not who I am. It's not my entire personality.
No, it's not.
I feel like people come to my page and I hope they leave better than they came, whether it's they're inspired, they're encouraged. I joke about being like the friend collector. Like I'd go anywhere and find a friend.
Yeah.
And I think that is something about saying, hey, like I want people to all feel like they have a place. And before you know it, you realize that is what true influence looks like. It's not, hey, swipe up and here's my discount code and come to my own type of thing. It's like, no, like when you're in the room, like things change.
That's it.
The energy that you bring to any space is on you. How you show up is what makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
It's very cool to be able to walk into spaces and people are like, oh my gosh, like this event wouldn't have been the same if you weren't here.
Thank you.
It's because of what you bring to the table. And I think at the end of the day, when we can be who we really are online and show up in real life that way.
Absolutely.
Because what happens is you see these people online and you think that they're a certain way, and then you meet them outside.
And it's like,
no, they're not the same.
Who do we get today?
So being that consistent kind of piece of, I hope no one ever has to guess like what version of Joy they get. It's like, hey, if I'm in the room, like I'm going to be me.
But you know what I love about that though? What version of Joy? The fact that they get joy.
And
joy.
Yes.
One of the cool things I was going to say is that, through these ladies, one of the things that they have given me over the years since I've known them is not to be small.
We're not small people.
We're not small people, but I'm 6'9".
By the way, we're not.
The box is always empty.
The box is but we're both really tall. I'm 6'9" to a 6'1".
And Six Wonderful.
Six Wonderful.
Yeah. Six Wonderful.
So whenever we've stepped in the room, people are like,
Right.
and whether we want the attention or not, and I know Tiffany gets in the room because she's glowing and she's radiant. But what I learned from them, because I've always like tried to fade to the back because people are like, oh, you're too much, you dress this way, this and that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just being me.
Just you.
And I'm not doing it for anybody else. And again, this is why I love having this relationship with these ladies, because again, we all get to shine together. That's all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even when I seen Tiffany pulling up, I was like, I could feel her driving up.
Yeah.
I was outside.
Yeah.
Like, this is so Tiffany. She even rolled down the window. She did. Like, so she was like, oh yeah.
I know.
Where are we parking?
Where are we parking today?
I feel a parking spot over here. Thank you.
I'll find it.
It was not fair because you took the last
two parking spots. I was like, Joy, right over there.
She just follows us wherever we go.
Yeah, no, I love that. Like, to your point, they're super tall, and like I'm tiny but mighty. I'm 5'4",
right.
and and it's interesting because when I post I literally post us all the time online, and like my followers are like, you guys look so cool. Like, who are the two tall people with you?
Tiffany's not
I try to wear like really high heels, but no, like it's the way that you serve, like you like serve your community, you show up. So I like love serving our communities in different ways, whether it's through our association, whether it's through the ACC mentoring students. It's just about what difference you can make in the community or in the world. It doesn't matter if you're 6 foot tall or 5'3", it really doesn't matter. So I feel like we all do a really good job at that.
But it is funny being outside. Everyone's like, do you eat from the tall trees?
Like, can I climb the tree?
I literally walked out of the petting zoo. Absolutely. I brought the Krispy Kremes down because it was like, you can't be tall and have a big back.
Oh my God.
One or the other.
Struggle.
And that's the crazy part. Speaking of big backs, as a chef, as a chef, cooking for, a variety of backs.
All backs are welcome.
All backs are welcome. We do not discriminate
All backs
at
are
all.
welcome.
At all.
All backs are welcome.
It's one of those sanctuaries where I feel so safe in, and I have met and connected with so many people due to the energy that I bring to the kitchen. Because, a lot of chefs get a bad rap for just being a cook and mean and, just not welcoming.
Right.
I go in the kitchen and I'm looking for the first opportunity to crack a joke. I don't care what happens. Somebody may trip. Your dog is ugly. I don't care. Your dog is ugly. Listen, somebody has to tell people the truth in life.
Someone has to
walk
be the
by
dog.
and keep letting this dog walk, and nobody tells him he's ugly. I'm just saying. I go in so many homes. I see so many different things, and I bring the energy of just how can I break the ice? How can I make them smile? Because it's crazy how sometimes in the beginning, everyone's so like polished and just nice to meet you and great. The moment they have food, it's like, hey man, how long you been doing this?
Right. I'm like, wow, you're a little uptight.
I didn't know you could talk like that. He's like, it's mac and cheese.
I find that in situations like that, you're like, man, to find a connection with someone, whether how big or how small it is, it brings people's guard down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then before you know it, you realize that we all have a script of, this is how I thought I was supposed to
This
show up
is
to a
how
dinner
you're
party.
supposed to.
No.
Yeah.
And then you realize that everyone's just having a good time and there's no one sizing up the room.
That's it.
It's like, hey, food brings us all together.
Yeah. Yes.
And then before you know it, when people can feel safe in any space, that they can just truly be themselves.
Yeah.
And when that happens, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that you were actually really funny, and oh my goodness.
Happens from time to time, Joy.
And sometimes, especially in professional settings, where everyone thinks they gotta be
Yeah.
But
Tighten up,
can you just unbutton your
You
top
ever
button?
been to a
Let your
gala
hair down.
and-
Is it a gala or is it a gala?
I mean, I think it depends on where you're from. So I'm
What's it for you?
from the Midwest, so I say gala.
I say gala too. I'm from Kansas City.
Yeah.
I
So
think it's a
From the
gala.
and that's okay.
Yes,
That's
that's
okay.
the
That's
style.
the style.
Make it real extra.
And I love, and I sometimes I find myself saying gala as well, but
Right.
I'm
gala.
here for good cause,
I'm just here. I'm here for the event.
You go to one of those galas and you give people 20 minutes after those speeches, these ties start unbuttoning.
But
Hair let
You put
down.
on one line dance song, next thing you know, you're like, now,
Okay.
Bruce is dropping it.
How long
And
you
you're like,
know?
whoa.
Right.
And it's like, I love it because I feel like the world is like a canvas that is like needs to be painted. And
Right.
all of us are souls under construction. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has it all together. There is something about each person that we can find something that you need to work on. And to me,
100%.
that's what I use to connect with people. I don't look for flaws, but a person will tell you the truth about themselves and be like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, man, I know something about that you could probably, let me connect you with. Everybody calls me the person that knows a person. Somebody called me, I have somebody for anything.
Yeah.
You need a bug sprayer? I know somebody. It doesn't matter. You need somebody to wash your trash cans out? I know a guy. But that's how I built my community.
Right.
And that's something that I really hold true in. Charlotte's been great. Like, I've moved here from LA and to see where Charlotte has come, to see where LA has gone.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I the only one from here?
It's you're the
you
only
are.
native. Yeah.
California kid,
Yeah.
Ohio, and Kansas City.
Yes.
Literally like finding a little unicorn.
Yeah, it's
Like,
very
growing up in
rare.
Charlotte,
Yeah.
I think now being in real estate in Charlotte, seeing how whole sides of town have completely shifted and changed, where you can truly speak to how Charlotte is constantly evolving.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
everyone seems to be from somewhere else, and to be able
57 new
to.
people move here every day.
Yeah.
And then so part of that is saying, hey, welcome to the Queen City. And to truly be able to give them reasons to connect. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about this event, or you come with me into something else. And before you know it, people are like, wow, people really do make places, and having good people in your circle changes the atmosphere. And I'm like, Charlotte's amazing.
It's,
Everything
it's
that
crazy.
big city
amazing.
has.
It really is. It's such a melting pot.
Who's to say we couldn't be that group that says, welcome to the Queen City?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have that type of a
I got a
welcome
guy for
reception.
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like,
Yes.
you need a connection with this. You guys are all realtors, so one thing I love about realtors is you guys are like the compass to any city.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys have a east, west, north, or south, somebody in that city.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so hot. I was gonna say, you know, growing up.
It's like,
I got a dude that will bring your thing.
Like, give me 45 minutes.
20 minutes, I'll be back.
But no,
Yeah,
that's
I love
literally,
that.
that's literally how my day goes. So, but I love the fact that we can create like a synergy that is radiant to the city of Charlotte, but really outside of the city of Charlotte, because even back home, I get influence in Kansas City, and I'm living here.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
would love to live there just because of what you're doing.
You make it look
Absolutely.
so much.
Yeah.
And it's like I love that. I love it.
I mean, I like that you say that, because I always say, like, as brokers and real estate agents,
Yeah.
we're like the mayor of our city, right?
Yeah.
We have people coming in. We have a huge migration. Actually, it's 157 people that move here a day
I know,
now.
I was
7.5 years ago, it was 47.
I was waiting for Tiffany to do it. Like, thank you.
I have the stats.
But what I love about what we do is people come to us for all things. You know, if they want, like, you know, interior designer, if they want, you know, us to help them with their real estate needs, or they want to learn more about our professional sports teams that we have here, the art scene, the food scene, you know, and it's interesting because as a chef, I know it's such a specialty craft. And so, like, a lot of chefs are specialists, and they're really, like, they're perfectionists. So they don't want to screw up, and that's why sometimes they're so cold. But I like that you're so personable, because food is, like, most of us, like, that's one of my love languages. And I think I met a lot of people that is their love language as well. So I like how you're able to just really play off that, like that, the energy, and be so personable.
It took years to learn it because
Yeah.
all the dishes that I make now is based off of a new ethnic background or a new person that I might have met from a whole different. Like, I love making Singapore food.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, or Middle Eastern kafta kebabs.
Lunchtime.
Stomach's growling.
Those are the things that I love, but it's crazy because those type of dishes bring everyone together.
It does,
Someone
yeah.
who's never had it is like,
That
that's
was
good.
my
I
thing.
wouldn't have never expected that.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about the history of where the dish originated, that's why food is such a great place to, you know, kind of start with. But I didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're creating that experience.
Yes.
And like, and you add music to it, like you said earlier, and then you got
Oh,
people
yeah.
out on the dance floor. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's an
right.
experience. And that's what I love about like what we do. We're able to create those ambiances, and like even this, like how
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
came together. And it's just, it's like, it's almost hard to put words to it, you know?
Yeah.
It really is. And the crazy part, she's like, how we created this. First of all, shout out to Northwood Raven for allowing us to shoot here. And
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Amazing space. I mean, right now we are in what they call the private sanctuary lounge.
Yep.
It's a cocktail bar. It's for the residents who live here, and it's in the heart of Charlotte. You can get to Matthews from here in 10 minutes. You can get to Uptown here in 10 minutes. So make sure you guys check out Piedmont Road Apartments by Northwood Raven. When you come through, tell them Chef Kev, Joy, Tiffany, Mr. Marcus.
Mr. Marcus. I love it. It's your whole persona.
That's an influence.
If you got game, you'll learn the last name.
We'll trademark that for you.
No, but I love that we can bounce off each other, and it doesn't have to be like this particular episode is not like, some people have like a format and there's segments and this, and this is just real, true, authentic conversation and us being able to be ourselves. Yeah. And that's what this space is for. So I know I had a couple more points, but typically,
we can kind of go around and talk about this. I know we've talked about it a couple times on some of the segments we've done in the past, but what makes you feel connected to Charlotte? We obviously know Joyce from Charlotte. Yeah. She can talk about this probably for the rest of the day. Marcus being from LA, like what really makes you feel connected?
I will tell you what, when I first moved here, I was like, what in the hell is Charlotte about? I thought it was nothing but tumbleweeds and mules and,
Everybody rides to work on their mule.
And I moved here, with a different experience. I was starting a family and all that kind of good stuff. So when I first moved here, when I saw Uptown, I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this. And one thing that really tripped me out was I actually saw people picking trash up in the street and putting it in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Which shocked me because again, coming from LA, you don't see that. You might see somebody. But seeing the city grow, which is really cool, and from a family perspective, family, food, fun, entertainment. I mean, this city has so much to offer now, which is really cool. And now that my situation is a little bit different, I get to explore it from a different perspective, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
So, we outside.
Yeah, we are. All 2025 and then 2026.
Right.
There we go.
So, but and business has been wonderful. I mean, I really don't think that staying in California and doing what I've done here, I could have duplicated that there. So Charlotte's been really good to me. So, no complaints. And again, so much to explore, so many places to go, so many things to do. So that's kind of been my experience.
Yeah. What about you, Joy? We know.
I love the evolution. There's whole sides of town. I feel like every part of Charlotte has its own personality.
Yeah.
Noda's very different than Valentine. Valentine's very different than Cornelius. If you live in Lake Wiley, you might have.
How'd you know my middle name? Courtney. I'm playing.
No last name, but we got a middle name now.
Uptown. Like when I was growing up, it was downtown, but it could be uptown now. It's
uptown. Yeah, you had it right.
Sides of town, the west side, south end. To see how people kind of not just migrated here, but have made these certain neighborhoods thrive that were never the case growing up. Yeah. So I think when growing up in Charlotte, broke as a joke, being able to experience Charlotte from a different perspective now, having like the ability to go do things and see things and experiences.
Like it's so much.
I don't want stuff these days. It's like I want experiences.
Yeah.
Whether it's a culinary experience or the arts or sports. Like we have everything that every other big city has.
Yeah.
But doing it with great people, I think, like I just want to say, like people really do make places. And so I think having a great community, find things that you're interested in and go, collaborate on that. Like, I mean, for runners in Charlotte who are like, hey, I've been to Mad Miles. Like, there's certain things that are in Charlotte that, if you like the food scene, like, hey, follow these pages and I'll show you all the cool stuff in Charlotte's happening, So I think just sometimes putting yourself out there and then collaborating around things that you already love. And then you bring that same energy to those specific spaces. And then before you know it, like you have found your little niche and then go run with it.
Yeah, so I agree with you.
What I really love about what I have discovered in Charlotte was Well, first of all, success is traumatic for entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
Most people teach us how to get there.
Right.
Because everything is a destination when we are doing what we do.
Yeah.
But then once we get there, nobody teaches us what do we do.
When we get there. Yeah.
To stay there, yeah.
It's very traumatic because it's like now I've made this huge leap and made all these sacrifices that I've gotten here. Where do we go? And I'll let you guys speak to it for women, but for men, as a person who got divorced, got married young, got remarried, I found myself looking for who I was and trying to figure out where is my tribe, even though Charlotte has so much. So when we, and I say we, it's a group of men I connected with a brother by the name of Fly Ty, and I was going to start my own men group, but he was like, dude, I got stolen lunches, men's Bible study, but I haven't brought it back, man. We just need to. So he relaunched it, and now we're doing 75 to 100 men every first Tuesday at the Carol Effner Center. And we sit there, before we start, we say, safe place.
Yeah.
Men begin to start tearing down these walls and talking and saying, this is safe for us. And I feel like that's important to find for people who are in Charlotte to find their place for men. Where is that place for women that you feel like because y'all are really cliquish.
Women can be.
They got so many cliques. They can come together.
They can be.
Hold on, this is what I love about the women do. The power of influence, women empowerment brunch.
Yes, women empower women. Yes. I agree, and so empowered women empower women, and I believe in that statement. I really do,
It's needed.
It is needed, and I agree. So I'm part of several organizations where women get together and we talk about some of the struggles, we talk about some of the glass ceilings, and we really talk about things that are lacking and what we need to help bring us, or keep us sustainable as successful, agents or successful doctors, lawyers. And we meet, I have different organizations for that. But for me, migrating here from Ohio, what was really hard for me is to get past that perception. I thought the South, it's going to be very rural and very country. It wasn't until I got here and started doing a lot of research and I realized it's such a, here in Charlotte, and Charlotte proper specifically, it's such a melting pot. And that is what I wanted. That's what I was seeking, is just having people that look like me, having groups and organizations that it's very diverse. It's not the same type of person. And so whether it's a women's group or a diverse group with men, it to me it really doesn't matter. It's just the fact that we're all different and we all have one goal, and it's just to help our communities to sustain success, and just being able to talk about things that we need, or ways we can help other people, just letting it out, and I love that Charlotte has done that for me, and I've been here for a little over 7 years.
Well, I think for women, we naturally gravitate towards talking it out. For spaces where you're like, hey, here's things that I need help with, or sometimes asking you for help can be very hard.
Very hard,
but
yes.
I think when you find a shared ethos of we are better together and we're not in competition, I don't want to be in groups or friendships where it feels like we're always one-upping each other.
Huge.
I want to be in spaces where I can share the hard stuff, but I can also share the wins, unapologetically. Being around people where you can they are equally as excited for your success and not intimidated by it. I know you mentioned, being tall and not wanting to take up too much space, but I think collectively, being successful sometimes can be a lonely road too.
Oh yeah.
You never want to make anybody feel any type of way. It's not hey, grateful for the places and opportunities and things that we all have been blessed with. But at the same time, I want to be in spaces where you can really be excited about, oh my gosh, I just landed the biggest deal ever, oh my gosh, the people I'm getting to work, celebrating your success.
What is it about? This is something I hear a lot. My wife talks about this too. What is it about women who are please don't get this wrong. I promise you, I'm not talking about the women who are the opposite. Okay. All right.
Careful, Kev.
You needed that. like, what are you hearing today?
When I say this, I'm being honest. So, what is it about with women who are beautiful, who are confident in themselves? They are completely like, I wouldn't say ousted, but they're very much like challenged in so much jealousy and like, what is it about that for women that is like it exists? I don't understand.
It's something I really struggle with, and it's been a lifetime of feeling you're too much and not enough at the same time. I don't want to be. I've always lived in this little duality of like, hey, I had a scholarship to go to private school, but we lived under the poverty line. I'm, biracial, so you've got all these kind of, foot in one space and foot in the other. I take up a lot of physical space.
Right.
I'm 6'1", flat-footed, and I always have heels on, except for today. I'm off today. So this feeling of like, I don't want to be too much. I don't want to make anybody feel less than, because I'm just like you. This like weird dichotomy of things. But I think for a lot of times in friendships, then it's a competition of like, well, if you have that, then what's left for me? Right. And if you're taking up all the space or all the attention,
there's enough for all of us.
It's so much.
There's so much.
So I think when you're around the right people, you don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I was asked recently, like,
well, that's your
where
tribe.
do you feel the most alive? And for me, it's like being around other people who are cheering for each other. Like there's room at the top for all of us. There's enough sunshine to go around for all of us. But when you're around people where you feel like you can't just exist and just be you, then you're constantly, have the governor on. And you're like, well, I can't eat too much of this and not enough of this. So I think really it's having the awareness and the discernment of like the right people to be around. And you feel energetically, like if I have to feel like I'm being less than, then like I don't really want to be in that room.
Straining.
And when you're in rooms like this, you're like, oh my gosh, we've had so much fun just laughing and sharing stories.
And I never want to be in a room where I'm like the smartest one.
Absolutely not.
I love the words y'all use. I'm like writing them down in my head. Like,
success is traumatic.
She said the ethos.
How do you spell that?
I'm going to use ethos in the wrong way. And people are like,
okay. But it's being in the right space.
It is.
When you're not intimidated by other people because of what you bring to the table and what you can offer in terms of like serving other people.
I agree. I think really what you're describing is just that insecurity of the person projecting. They're projecting and they're so insecure, and they could be just as successful, just as beautiful, have all the things. But it's just like, and we hear it all the time, collaboration over competition. Like we just need to really live that, right? Like it's the whole totality of like everything that we do. Like we can bring people together. We're leaders in our communities, and I just feel like if we just have that same mindset, like it's competition, like that's not what we need to portray. Like why? We're not competing, and I know sometimes in our firms they're always like, oh, the top producers and this, and it feels like a competition, but it's not. It really isn't. You're competing against yourself. We should be collaborating, and like we do a lot of collaborations in different like segments in our lives, and like I just feel like if we just stop projecting, we would be better as a whole. And it's just hard to realize that sometimes.
One of the things that I had to learn myself, because I've been saying this to my kids all the time, because again, my children are biracial as well, and they experience those things at a young age, and kids are mean. But the one thing I try to have them understand is that be the gift that you are given by God. And once they really start to understand that, that light that they have, and then you start to notice right away, and you're not doing this on purpose, you're just being you, but you start to notice right away when you got people that say, he's got something that I want and I don't know what, and they start to tear you down. And then you start to really, really see globally who those folks are that tear you down. So that's when you say, you know what, let me step away and let me go find my tribe. And the people that respect you, love you, welcome you, do all those things and celebrate you for you being you, those are your people.
What I love is we have so many inspirations of what that looks like that we don't pay attention to. And, I don't like to single out any race or ethnic background, but our counterparts, when I speak of our Black community, our counterparts, they hold that particular skill as one of their weapons. Like connection and collaboration is like their number one skill, and they do that from generation to generation to generation. And I feel like we sit and watch all that wealth get brought up to this level.
Yeah.
From the first to the second to the third generation, and we don't take heed and say, you know what? That's how it works. That's how the world works.
Yeah.
Giving back, collabing, not competing, and being this. Let me pull him down because he got up there. Right?
Yeah. No.
And one of the huge examples. I'm not for this particular person at all. But when Diddy's downfall, immediately the black community went to pull him versus saying, you know what, let's just let it play out.
Right.
Why are we taking sides?
Right.
And that's when I speak about that collaboration. Like, we don't like to see others succeed, but we love when they
They
fail.
fall.
Yeah, it's interesting. And you don't know anyone's story.
My bad.
Like, what?
What
is happening? What is happening?
Still got it.
Right.
I'm like the tears though. Like, I'm like ruining my makeup over here. You guys are like something else. No, I just really feel like it's, the growth mindset, like knowing that, there's enough for all of us.
Yeah.
Like we all can be successful. We don't know like our stories. Like, I don't know, like there are people that I meet, I don't know what they had to do to get to where they are now.
Yeah.
Like, so that whole competition, like, oh, I need to get, like, why are you competing with that person? You don't know what their plans are. You don't know, like, so if we just get that out of our systems and just focus on what we need to do and what we can do to help other people, and then it's going to come naturally. I think it's just the barriers that a lot of people put in place, and it really is their downfall. It's like that fixed mindset. They're just always in competition, always wanting to just have what their neighbor has, keeping up with the Joneses. Just worry about it. It is. It's hard to. I know social media has a huge component of that.
We talked about that off camera, like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a whole nother episode.
It really
Part two
is.
coming.
Yeah.
But what I want to do, I want to wrap us up because I know schedules are important, and I want to respect you guys' time, and I appreciate this conversation, but I'm sure the people who are watching appreciate it even more. But tell everyone, what should they expect from the Queen City Connection next? And then each one of you tell everyone where they can find you and how we can stay connected.
Yeah, like, and you.
Well, again, I think we got a lot of actually invitations. People
Yeah.
have reached out to us and said, you know what, can you come kind of highlight what we do? And we're really this whole thing came together from personality and fun, and being and having good character. So there's lots of things in Charlotte that we want to explore. I mean, again, food, again, entertainment. Wind down Wednesday nights.
That part.
Oh, by the way, y'all just need to know this. I'm the fourth member now.
Yes.
Welcome, Kev.
A new connection.
But yeah, like definitely, we're all putting together some things on just getting out there and just really having fun. And I think that is what people in Charlotte are attracted to, because they see what we do, and again, just by enjoying each other's company and enjoying where we're at. I mean, and people are like, "Hey, come here to give us some energy." So,
Where can people find you? Do you want people to find you on social media right now?
Yeah, so please
they
follow
find me,
us.
they find me.
Yes, please follow
they
us.
tell me what to do and what to post. So,
Where can people find you?
you can find me on Instagram, Move with Mr. Marcus, and also with the Queen City Connection at Queen City Connection. Okay. And Facebook too, but I'm old school, y'all. Sorry.
You probably sit on MySpace.
So that part. MySpace.
Craigslist.
Throwback.
You can find me on Instagram. That's probably where I hang out the most, at Jump for Pure Joy.
Yeah, so same. Instagram is probably my largest platform, and that's going to be Tiffany_Moten. I also have a business page, Moten Real Estate, and our group page is the Queen City Connection.
So look, it's been an amazing conversation. I feel like this needs a part 2.
Yeah.
It will be a part 2, 3, 4,
That
5,
part.
6, 7, 8, and 9.
Like a whole series.
Let's do this.
Series.
But proximity and power is important in all cities, not just the Queen City.
Yeah, yeah.
Particularly in
Absolutely.
the Queen City, we wanted to make sure we highlighted that. So I want to thank Marcus, Joy, Tiffany for just allowing us to have this space and be able to be honest and authentic. And most importantly, it's open for whoever is ready to take that next step and go to the next step on the net more. But you can check out me at Chef Care For Real, and the podcast is at I Am CEO Podcast on all platforms, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and Telegram. Download it right now.
Like, do I have that platform?
Telegram.
So look, man, I appreciate y'all checking us out. Look, this will be live very soon. We'll make sure we keep posting on what's coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.